welcome back to my channel. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who always wondered if the spiders in Hillside Stronghold are considered animal faction or infected faction, which buff to use, which weapons to use. Today we'll be learning that. It's pretty easy once you get to know the difference, so let's get to it. So in this test, I will be using two types of buff. Simple Sandwich, which gives you 10% damage to infected creatures. I didn't want anything that has critical damage bonus because I don't want that to affect the test results. Along with the Nutritious 2, which gives you 10% damage to wild animals. I will also be using my Lead Shove Shotgun Snowfield Edition weapon, which has 26% damage to infected, along with 132 attack points since I'm Manor 17 now.
Jangan langsung yang bikin borosnya ya pakai langsung 4 buah, itu yang boros.
Boros sekali kalau begitu.
Iya, jadi 1 buah kayak 4-nya daging atau 4-nya susu. Ya intinya tetap pakai latar biru lah.
Wait, no, I'm trigger. The spider.
The infected buff gives us around 100 damage points. Now let's try the wild animals buff. Okay, so this gives us around 110, sometimes 120, which is higher than the infected buff. This means that they belong to the animal faction. Makasih Mama Lohi.
Okay, you're welcome.
Another easy way to identify monster factions is to notice the symbol next to their level. If we see a yellow bone, this means that the monster belongs to the animal faction. This can be very useful in identifying monsters all over the game. As we see here, the monster has an infected symbol. This symbol means that the monster in front of you is a normal zombie. However, when we look at this zombie Hulk, we can see the symbol looks different. This is a zombie boss symbol, meaning that the monster in front of you has higher armor and damage than your regular average zombie. Another regular infected. Now, I remember animals being around this area of Mount Snow, so I'll try to find some. Oh, an infected wolf. It has a yellow bone symbol, so basically animal faction. Another zombie boss. Boars and sheep, both belonging to the animal faction. Okay, now let's try searching for some humanoid monsters. As we see, humanoid monsters have a blue face symbol next to their level. I also want to search for the mouth swamp tentacle monster. Personally, I think it belongs to the infected faction, but I want to know for sure. Tentacle monster also has infected symbol next to their level. Believers in Swamp Border, also humanoid. However, it's not always about the size of the infected. As we see here, this large infected is regular zombie. However, the infected backpacker has the boss sign, which means infected backpackers have higher armor and higher damage than normal infected. Map special mutants have a unique symbol of their own. They count as infected, and you can definitely use infected buff against them. The exact same symbol can be seen in the infected mystic creatures around the maps. However, humanoid mystic creatures have a unique symbol of a blue gun next to their name. This is to identify them as a humanoid faction. And last but not least, we have the Revenant faction, which has a purple symbol next to their level. But this is not the only way that you can identify monster factions in LifeAfter. You can also go to your index, Monsterology, and just look at the different tabs and the monsters that belong to them. For example, the Infected faction comprises of many different zombies. The Humanoid faction also comprises of different soldiers and humanoid monsters. There's also a zombie boss menu, which counts as infected, and an animal menu, which includes all the fish you can find, along with the Hillside Spiders, which many people are confused about. And lastly, we have a Revenant tab that has been added recently. I hope this video helped solve some of the confusion about monster factions in LifeAfter, and if you found it useful and enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like.